Hi, good morning, and welcome to the Houston Zoo. My name's Mel. I'm a herpetology keeper here. We're here in the Galápagos Tortoises. We have about 10 tortoises in here, each of them ranging in age and size. Our oldest tortoise is 31 years old. Her name is Junior. Our youngest tortoises, they're 9 years old. As you can see, they're getting lettuce here. They get lettuce, carrots, sweet potatoes, zucchini. Around the fall time, we'll give them pumpkin, and around the summertime, we'll give them cactus. The lettuce is a good way for them to cool down for the water inside the lettuce as well as the cactus. As you can see, some of them are a bit muddy, so around summertime, throughout the year, they'll soak in the mud. That really helps cool their bodies down. We have Julia here with the water hose. She can show you guys how we keep the tortoises cool around summertime. So we'll hose them down in the mornings, and then you'll see them soaking in the mud throughout the day. They're enjoying their lettuce this morning. The biggest tortoise we have, he weighs 257 pounds. He's 16 years old. His name is Jervis. He's not fully grown just yet. That's going to take quite some years. When he's fully grown, he'll average around 500 pounds, but he can definitely get to 600 pounds. And the smallest tortoises we have, they're the 9-year-olds. They weigh about 50 pounds. So we have a very young group still here. And for those of y'all just now tuning in, good morning. My name is Mel. I'm a herpetology keeper here at the Houston Zoo. We're here with the Galápagos Tortoises. They're getting their morning spray down. It's just something we do with the water hose. We'll change the settings. It's really good enrichment for them. It also helps cool them down. They enjoy that, and they're eating lettuce. I think their favorites are the lettuce and cactus pieces. And on the cactus pieces, they can even eat the small spines that come in the cactus. They can just down all of that. That's a great way for them to get nutrients and water as well, so it keeps them hydrated. And you can see Julia here, she's hosing them down. And we have mud wallows in here that they'll also soak in. That helps give them water and keeps the temperatures down for them and on these hot days here in Houston. We have 10 tortoises in here ranging from 9 years old to 31-year-olds. Super young group. The Galápagos tortoises can live around 170 years, so 31 being our oldest, they have a long way to go. Many, many years of growth. Like I said, they're still very small. And every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they get this lettuce mix, and it'll have sweet potato, carrots, zucchini, and occasionally cactus. And around Halloween time, we'll get pumpkins for them, and we'll actually carve the pumpkins because that really helps them get a grip on it to chew through the pumpkins. And they don't really have teeth, they have beaks. The beaks have some serrations along the edge, and really strong jaws to bite like pumpkin, cactus, the heads of lettuce, things like that. As you can see, they're all on the hunt right now for lettuce. We've set out a little trail of lettuce for them. It also helps get them moving on these hot days. They'll eat in the morning, and then in the afternoons they'll soak in the mud, take naps. And they cannot fully go into their shells. They kind of just tuck in there. The shell is attached to them, so they can't fully go in. That's a question I get often. The biggest tortoise we have, he weighs 257 pounds at the moment. Fully grown is average about 500 pounds, sometimes reaching up to 600 pounds. He's only 16 years old, so he has many years of growth to go. Being here in Houston, we do get, as y'all know, super hot temperatures, sometimes around 100 degrees. So we'll spray the tortoises down with the water hose. They really enjoy that. And they also have the lettuce and some mud wallows in here. Show y'all how they like the water hose. See, they're still eating. They really enjoy it. My favorite thing about working with the Galapagos tortoises is how long they live. They just go through so many generations, and I just think they tell such a neat story about the Galapagos Islands and the history of it, and how they see so much change happen in their lives, and they grow kind of slowly, so it's neat to see them grow. I think my favorite part about them is how long they live. So when they're fully grown, the males will average around 500 pounds. Sometimes they can reach 600 pounds, so I would say between 500 and 600 pounds, the males. Females a little bit less than that, but still ginormous. And they grow their whole lives. It slows down immensely as they get much older, but the 20s is when they really start taking off with growth. For those of y'all just tuning in, good morning. My name is Mel. We're here at the Houston Zoo in the Galapagos Tortoises exhibit. We're here with our 10 Galapagos tortoises, giving them some lettuce this morning, showing y'all how we cool them down using the water hose. So something neat that that guests can do here is if you go to our website under the Encounters tab, you can actually sign up and book a Galapagos tortoise encounter. What that entails is meeting the Galapagos tortoises, talking with a keeper, actually getting to feed them. It's a great way to get up close and personal with these guys, so I highly recommend that. So yeah, that's just under the Encounters tab on our website. So Giovanna asked, how do I tell them apart? That's a great question. 10 of them in here. A lot of times they do look similar, but a lot of them have different markings on their shells. That's one way. Size is another way how I can tell them apart. And also their personalities. Each of them are so different in their own unique ways, so I can just tell like by movement or if one is a little bit more shy than the other. So shell markings and personalities, I would say. So we have 10 Galapagos tortoises here. They got lettuce, carrots, sweet potatoes, zucchinis. Around fall time, we'll give them pumpkins. The youngest ones we have are 9. The oldest ones we have, she's 31. So we have a relatively young group still, very small. Everyone's growing. A few of them in their teens. So these next few years is when we're going to see the most growth happen rapidly. They do enjoy soaking in the mud. They like to eat in the mornings is when we feed them. We'll hose them down with the water hose. And then you'll see them soaking in the afternoon. Just literally their whole bodies just go straight into the mud. It helps keep them cool.
What's one of your favorite facts about them?
One of my favorite facts about them is that they can feel, if you touch their shell, they can actually feel all of this. A lot of people think that the shell is just armor. They don't feel it if you touch their shell or if anything touches their shell, but they can definitely feel all of that. So that's one of my favorite things about them. And they don't have teeth. It's more of a beak. It's just like a bird's. Their beak has serrations along the edge, and that really helps them cut through the lettuce, cactus pieces, pumpkin, watermelon, things like that. So a question I get often is, how long do they live? It's around 170 years old, so they have many, many years to go. They're able to live through several generations, which I think is super neat. The oldest one we have, she's 31, so 31 to 170, she has a long way to go and lots of growing to do. They do grow their whole lives, it just slows down immensely as they get older. So part of my morning routine is feeding them their lettuce and veggies for the day, and then also spend some time spraying them down with the water hose. And then I'll change the settings on them. Some of them enjoy it more than others, but they're definitely getting used to it. The little ones tend to be more shy, but it does feel good for them. And like I said earlier, they can feel everything through their shells, so they can feel all of this. So by visiting the zoo, you can help save them in the wild. The Houston Zoo does work with partners out in the Galápagos that actually work directly with these Galápagos tortoises. So by visiting the zoo, you can help save them in the wild. And if you haven't visited the Galápagos exhibit, I do recommend it. It opened recently, April of 2023, so it is still relatively new. This exhibit has a lot of slopes and hills and rock structures that the tortoises have really enjoyed. You'll see them walking throughout the exhibit all day, soaking in the different mud wallows. So thanks everyone for tuning in. My name is Mel. I'm here at the Galápagos Tortoise exhibit. Be sure to add Galápagos Islands to your next zoo visit. Thanks for tuning in everyone and have a great day.